Hey, what's going on, everybody? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Deluxe Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. I was so happy to snag this when it went back up on GameStop's website because it is starting to creep up on Amazon and on eBay as well. So pretty happy to get this at retail. And as you can see, it comes in the new style Gaming Greats packaging with the beveled side, nice big window. You got the Gaming Greats logo there. And through this big old window, you can see the figure. Comes with a ton of accessories. You got BD1, you got a little bogling there, you got his lightsaber, you have a double-bladed lightsaber, you get a Jedi Holocron, and you get this little hood thing. Lots of stuff. On that side of the box, the front window wraps around, and you got the Gaming Greats logo there, and the Star Wars Black Series logo there. And on this side of the box, you got a great looking picture of Cal and BD1, and you can see a little bit of the Rocket Trooper's hose there. It's a good looking picture. You got a small window on the top of the box, and on the bottom of the box, you got the barcode and a whole bunch of stuff no one's ever going to read. And on the back of the box, you got the same picture as the side. You got a short bio in 5 different languages. Cal is number 2 in this new line, and you got more stuff no one ever reads. I'm going to get Cal and all this other stuff out of the box. Let's take a look at it. All right, so I got the Deluxe Gaming Greats Cal Kestis open, and let's just take a look at him from head to toe, and we'll start up here with the hair, since that's at the very top, and I think it's a very nice hair sculpt. I mean, it looks great. I mean, nice waves, nice texture. I mean, everything feels really nice. I think it looks great, and the face is pretty much spot on to Cal in the game. I mean, that's pretty much a dead ringer for the face sculpt. I mean, the eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, the mouth, the skin tone is pretty good. And of course, this was all modeled after Cameron Monaghan, the guy that voiced Cal. And I think it looks great. I think they did a pretty nice job with it. And that's what the back of the hair looks like. Just more sculpt, some more waves, and it's very nice. So now moving on to this outfit. So this little piece here is supposed to represent the down hood. It's a little frustrating. So there's a hole right there for it to peg into, and it doesn't stay. And while you're fiddling with the figure, this thing wants to just move all over the place. I kind of wish they would have just made this fixed and left this out, and we'll get to this real soon. But it doesn't work really well. It's kind of frustrating. But, you know, the sculpt is nice. It's got some nice detail in there. These little flaps hanging down, you know, it looks good, but it wants to move all over the place. You know, but this belt looks really good. It's got some really nice detail, nice paint on the buckle. Got another buckle there, some snaps. That looks very nice. I mean, they did a nice job on the belt. And how it kind of comes around in the back. Got some nice sculpt there, some nice texture. Makes it look like it's made out of something like leather. Oh, and that's a slot for BD1 to plug into. And that's what the front of the poncho looks like. You got some kind of orange up here, gray, and I think the paint going from orange to gray is pretty clean on mine. I mean, it looks good. But you got some nice little wrinkles and folds and some wear down here. I think they did a really nice job with all this down here, making it look worn. And that's what the back looks like. Again, nice yellow to gray, very clean paint. I don't see any whoopsies anywhere. Some nice wrinkles and folds and really nice wear down here. And as far as the arms, I mean, you have an orange sleeve up here with some really nice wrinkles. It's hard to see up underneath because of the poncho, but you know, this sleeve is rolled up. You got skin tone looks great, matches the face pretty well. And you got this little cuff down here, and it's just like a dark brown with some, you know, sculpt. You know, there's not much detail on it, but it's there. Now, of course, this sleeve, you have some goodies up here, nicely done, very nice paint. Some nice wrinkles, and this hand is gloved. Very nice little doodad there. That looks really, really good. And the glove has some really nice sculpt in here. It's a really cool texture. It kind of feels like a leather glove. And as far as what's going on underneath the poncho, it's just an orange shirt, but you have this really nice looking belt. Nice clean paint there, nice detail, some more silver paint, and in the back, you've got all these tools. Now, it's a shame these tools are kind of hidden by the poncho, but it's nice that they put them there. And it's kind of cool that they painted them. You got like a pair of pliers sticking in there, red handles, some little things there. Pouch looks really good. It kind of would have been nice if they would have painted this canister instead of just leaving it tan. But, I mean, the sculpt is nice, but just, I don't know, completely devoid of paint. But this strap coming down looks pretty nice. You got some little things stuck in there. And this thing, which is fixed, okay, that does not come out, but It looks really good. You know, they did a nice job on it. And as far as legs, they're just orange pants, but you have this neat little thing there. Let me see if I can get her to focus on that. Yeah, very nice sculpt, very clean paint on that little bit of red there. That's very nice. And the lower legs are it's just more pants, some nice wrinkles, kind of a nice sculpt on these little knee pads. And the boots are really neat. I mean, got some cool little silver bits there, nice wrinkles and folds, got a little buckle across the top. Very nice boots. Yeah, I really like those a lot. So from top to bottom, yeah, this is a really good looking figure. I mean, this is kind of frustrating here, but I don't know, it's a minor annoyance, but yeah, what a nice looking figure. And I think for the articulation portion of this video, I'm just going to take this off, and that just lifts right over his noggin, and that's what that looks like. All right, so let's take a look at articulation on Cal. So the head can turn side to side, just like all of them. You have a little bit of tilt at the head, but the whole neck will also kind of tilt. You have just a smidge of forward and back at the neck. And as far as looking down, he can just about put his chin to his chest, and he can look up that much. The poncho kind of gets in the way, but the arms do go up to there. Now, if you try to rotate them around, they get blocked by the poncho just a little bit, but they do go. You've got a single jointed elbow that gets just a little past 90, and there's a swivel at the elbow. There's a swivel at the wrist. There is an up and down hinge on the right, but it is kind of blocked by this cuff, but it is there. And he has a side to side hinge on the left hand. I can lift this poncho up, and you can see that he has a swivel at the mid torso, and he can crunch that much. Not a whole lot of crunch, but he goes back that far. He's got some pretty good side to side tilt as well. And with the poncho being nice and soft, the legs get up to there. You've got an upper thigh swivel. They don't go back much at all. They go out that far. He's got double jointed knees. They get all the way up. Feet go down that far. They go up that far. And you've got some swivel at the ankle. So for this outfit, I mean, it's kind of funny what they chose. I mean, of all the skins in the game, they chose the pilot skin for the undersuit. And for the poncho, it's the Braca Scrapper. So, yeah, it's kind of weird doing the orange and gray. I mean, it looks good, and I think it's going to look really good on the shelf. It's going to stand out nicely, but there's so many skins to choose from, but that's what they used. And as far as accessories, let's just start with BD1. And of all the skins that they could have chose for BD1, they chose this one. It's like a plum color almost. It's kind of neat, though. I like it. But, I mean, it's a cool-looking little droid. It's got some nice paint here and there, some nice detail. I kind of wish they would have painted that, and I kind of wish they would have painted the back a little more. My antenna's bent right out of the box, but you know, the little lenses look good. This looks pretty clean up here. Very nice detail there. The legs, now the legs is a different story. My left leg, right out of the box, I tried to bend it and it just comes right off. Thank you, Hasbro. Now, of course, you can just plug the thing right back in, but it doesn't stay. The right one works fine. I mean, the right one you can bend all day long. The left one, as soon as you go to bend it, it just works its way right off. I don't like that. But yeah, I'm going to have to be super careful with this. I don't know. I could just call Hasbro again, tell them I'm frustrated and pissed off, and I don't know, maybe they'll send me another free figure. But as far as articulation on BD1, I mean, this is going to be all fingers because he's so little. You have a ball at the head, so you get some tilt and some swivel there at the head. The legs are on a ball joint right there at his body, so you get some, I don't know, kind of in and out swivel. And like I showed you, you got a hinge there at what would be the knee, and they can swivel at the top as well. So just a few points of articulation there, there, and there. Yeah, this is really bugging me. I mean, look at this. You try to bend the leg and it comes right off. And as far as hooking BD1 onto Cal's back, you just plug BD1 right in that little hole there on the poncho, and he just kind of sits there. It doesn't go in very far. Just kind of there. You can sort of tip him forward, and he just sits like that. Yeah, it works. I mean, you can shake it. It's not going to fall off. I mean, it's cute. I like it. It's, you know, just like the game. But yeah, that's how that works. And I'm going to be super careful with this. I don't know if I can like bend this down to make him get closer to his body, but yeah, that's what that looks like. Here, let me take him out. He's actually kind of hard to get out. There we go. But, you know, standing BD1 up, there, he actually stands pretty well. So let's take a look at the boggling next. So this is a cute little thing. I think they did a good job with the paint and the sculpt. I mean, the deep black eyes are really, really cool. And I think they did a pretty good job of making it look like the one from the game. I mean, it's pretty much spot on. But you get some really nice detail up here with the fur. The nose looks pretty good. Nice sculpt there. I think the little hands look good. Feet look good. Tail's a really nice texture. Yeah, it's a cute little thing. And there's a close-up of the Holocron. Really, really cool detail. It's just really small. I mean, there's my finger in so you get an idea of scale. It's pretty small, but the detail is definitely there. And you got a nice, bit of kind of a silvery bronze look to go with this green. Really, really cool. So I can spin around a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty much the same on all sides, but it's pretty neat that they included it. So let's take a look at the lightsabers next. So we'll start with the single-bladed one. And this one is a really nice, kind of a flat gunmetal gray color. It's a beautiful sculpt. I think it looks fantastic. There's the damaged end where it was cut in half. That looks pretty nice. The blade is a really nice deep blue. Now, is mine straight out of the box? Not really. It's not quite like a banana, but it's not perfectly straight either. And the hilt is a little bit bendy, which I really don't like. I wish they'd make these a little more solid. All right, so let's see how Cal holds this thing. So, oh boy, the right hand's like concrete. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think he holds that pretty well in one hand. That's not going to fall out. And that is a pretty good look, just one-handing it. And as far as getting it in two hands, yes, you can get it in two hands. The poncho kind of gets in the way. And I failed to mention during the articulation portion of this video that it looks like he has a butterfly joint, but it really doesn't work that well because of the poncho, and I really can't get it to move. I don't know if mine is stuck, but it looks like a butterfly joint up in there. But I don't know. The poncho really hinders getting the arms in. But, you can get it in two hands. And I think that's a pretty good look there. So next, let's take a look at the double-bladed lightsaber. Now, this is a little lighter color, a little more of a, like a brushed aluminum look. It's pretty cool. Love the color of the blades. I mean, beautiful green. The only thing that's kind of bugging me is the hilt is super flexy, especially right here in the middle. I mean, it's like just rubber. I mean, that's, I'm disappointed in that. That is really, really bendy, but it's a cool looking lightsaber. And as far as him holding this, it goes in okay, but it really slides around. It's just not very tight. You have to slide it to like there, and it's okay. And that looks all right in one hand. You can sort of get him in the Darth Maul pose. And for two hands, it does work. Once again, trying to get it in the left hand, this thing just wanted to flex all over the place. But it does go in both hands, and I think that's a pretty good look there. So yeah, it's a cool looking lightsaber. I just wish it wasn't so bendy. And I forgot to mention that the blades do pop out. These aren't quite as hard to get out as the blue one, the single bladed, but yeah, it's okay. Love the color though. And last but not least, we have this hood. So nice sculpt. It looks good. It's got some okay detail in the back and on the sides. And it will just slide over his head like this. And that looks kind of silly. And it too has a little peg in the back that will go into this hole to kind of hold it still. Does it work? Not really. Yeah, I don't think I will ever pose him like this. So this one doesn't look as bad as some that I've seen. Some of them, I don't know, it's like they want to sit way up here. This one, it does sit down. Now you have to think his hair is kind of high. So, I mean, that's actually touching the top of his hair right there. But I don't know, there's something about it. It just doesn't look right. I don't know. And this peg really doesn't work that well. It's almost like it doesn't quite reach. So now it's in. But if you try to move his head, look down or look to the side, it's going to pull it right out. So, yeah, it doesn't work that well. And it's kind of funny that someone at Hasbro actually thought that this would be okay. It's just kind of silly looking. So definitely, yeah, going to lose the hood. And I'll put this thing back on. You can almost leave this thing off. I mean, this doesn't look bad as is. But at the same time, it does look a little bare up top. So I'm going to put that back on and kind of peg that in the back. And there, that's what that looks like. the hood down look. And as far as scale, that's what he looks like with the rest of the Fallen Order crew. He's about the same height as the Scout Trooper and the Purge Trooper, and he's a little bit taller than the second sister. And that's what the Bogling looks like in front of him. Yeah, I think he looks good there on the shelf. And I got BD1 hanging out on his back. And that's what Luke Skywalker looks like with Cal's hood on. So I think overall, this is a great figure. Yes, I have a few minor grumbles, such as this. The hood is just kind of dumb. This is going to go in my box of accessories that I never use, and I don't think I'll ever get this out again. But the figure looks fantastic. The poncho does get in the way of articulation, sort of, but it's a good-looking poncho. It's nicely detailed, especially up here on this belt. But the fact that this thing comes with a ton of accessories, you got BD1, even though mine is slightly afflicted, that's nice. The Bogling is just adorable. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing except maybe just put him next to him, but it's cool that they included that. And the fact they give you 2 different lightsabers is just really, really nice. So yeah, great figure overall. But share your thoughts below on Cal Kestis. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you like videos on Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. I'm always posting something on Black Series, and I would certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll just see y'all next time.